Good morning. Hope everyone had a great sleep. I had a really good sleep. I slept in compared to usual today. Like I've been up at 5. I've been up at 5 recently, so I'm up at 7 now. So I guess it's not really sleeping in, but when I switched to the lion diet, I started waking up at 5, and now I'm waking up at 7 again. But I think it's because I ate pork yesterday. I ate pork yesterday in the morning, and I had a massive headache, and it lingered all day. So now I know I can't eat pork, but thankfully that headache has gone. I don't feel like I have a headache anymore. And I also feel like my hand healed a little bit. And I also feel like I overdid it on the fats yesterday, because you're supposed to eat like a fatty red meat, and I had like a spoonful of butter. And that was just too much. I had like I feel like my meat's fat enough. The meat that I got is fat enough for me, but these women who are on the lion diet are eating a fuck ton of fat, like a lot. So I'm like, well, I'm not eating that much. But I just need to do what's best for me. Like, I'm a leaner individual, so I'm not sure if like that's why I need to eat, like, I don't even know. I'm figuring it out intuitively, so I'll let you guys know when I get something figured. But it's different for everybody. Like, I can't eat that much fat and feel good. Other women can just eat fat some days and feel really great. So it's just up to you how you feel, how it makes you feel. I like fatty meat. Like, I like fat along with my meat. But just butter, maybe it'll grow on me. I did put a doctor that does the lion diet and explains everything about it and why humans are carnivores. Not cannibals, people. Carnivores. It's so funny. Well, it's not funny, it's actually disgusting, but like that, these people who wanted my heart were so crazy. And those are the same, that's the same group of people, okay? That's the same group who were like doing the cannibalism stuff and the trafficking. It's like a huge thing. But not that, okay? People weren't meant to eat people. It just wasn't meant to be. Like, why don't we have cameras in churches? Elephant in the room. Well, at least it's an elephant in my room. Why don't we have cameras in churches? Why not? Why is that offensive? When there's so many people that go there, not just the priests and whoever the fuck goes there, but like that place is rented out to the public. Anyone who's anyone can go to church. the church has been like raping kids, okay, since history can go back, from what I know about residential schools, and some of my family members being one of them. So they say. So why the fuck is there no cameras in any churches? That's just beyond me. Not in the bathrooms, of course. Well, I'm pretty sure there probably is. But like, why not in the public, the hallways, the basements, everywhere of the church, the fucking closet rooms, just like there is in public places, right? So that if someone gets abused at a public place, which that is a public place, then at least they have a leg to stand on. Anything. That's just so fucked up to me. That's just so fucked up to me that there's like so many things that are happening that have happened in churches. I'm really looking at this orange shirt right now. It's a fallen, it fell off the window. Like, does every life really matter? Does every kid really matter? Not to everybody. Not to everybody. I feel like there should be cameras in churches, in every rooms of the churches, even in the basement. Because there's certain visual downloads that I get, and I was getting like ritualistic stuff in the church. Sorry for anybody who doesn't do that. Like, it's nothing against you, but anybody who's anybody can do rituals. And it's a real-time thing. And it's a real-time thing to do that and hide behind the church. And hide behind really good people, really good religious people. Really good religious people. But then there's people like you that fucking ruin it. Even for those people. What happens if you really love God and you really found God in church? You're one of those people who really, really loved God and really found God in church. And then you find out that your pastor or your neighbor or someone of authority in the community was raping kids in the church. Or was practicing witchcraft in the church. Like, could you understand the heartbreak that would, like, oh man, that'd be tragic. Like losing something, right? That'd be a loss of something. That's your sacred place, and they just fucked it, right? They stole the innocence from it. I don't know why these topics don't regularly come up in like a town meeting. But then you can go talk about me in a town meeting. Like, what is wrong with your head? I don't know. I really don't know. Somebody's intuitive gifts has somebody caught stealing. Being sneaky. Someone's getting counsel. It's also slander and babbling. Like, there's people going super crazy after yesterday's reads for some reason. I've been reading for a little while now, but they were putting out slander so that like these people who were involved in my situation, right? The false investigation that was of my situation, and I don't know, I guess they had them convinced with all that they had invested in this, and they're just continuing to steal, lie, cheat, talk shit, talk a bunch of lies. Yeah, they just have so much invested in this, in the takeover of my investments. So it's just really not going as planned is what I'm feeling like. Somebody could be getting counsel, but yeah. Someone's like still not really owning up to what they're doing. They've done. Like they're gonna lie to their lawyer. You're not gonna get any help if you lie to your lawyer. Even if like you have done crimes, federal crimes, multiple of them if you're in my situation. It doesn't do you any good to Seven of Swords your lawyer. It doesn't, because then they're blindsided in court. They look like an idiot, okay? Someone's depressed, not happy, but in their emotions. So I wonder what that's about. Because they didn't work with you. Then work with them. Like what? People baffle me because like I'm a very honest person. I'm not. If anyone were to be in their feelings about not working with me, okay, I would have given them a fair enough chance to do so. Maybe even more than fair. Like the ball would be in their court. The ball would be in their court. It's just whether or not they're willing and able to go pick up that ball and pass it back. You know what I mean? There's being fair, and then there's just an unfair advantage, and like I'm not going to do that. I respect myself too much. And somebody doesn't like that. Somebody just likes when women are to bend over backwards or to put them on some sort of pedestal. Why? Is it because you have money? Is it because I have some sort of truth? Is it because you don't want me to say anything about the truth? Well, then stay in your court. Okay? I'll find other people like me who aren't so boring. And then you can just stay with whoever you got over there who is really boring. Otherwise, you wouldn't be thinking about who I am. It's just what it is. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And honestly, like, even as intense as I am on here, I'm not like that in real life time. I'm just not. This is me having a conversation with myself who I'm very comfortable with. And plus, I'm very aware of other people's feelings, and I don't like making other people feel uncomfortable. That's not who I am. But this tone and like bluntness doesn't intimidate me. It wouldn't intimidate me if it was coming from somebody else either. So Just because I've been spoken. I don't know why that is. I'm just a pretty intense person, I guess. Unless it's like underhanded, undermining bullshit, then of course I'll get a little bit intimidated until I recognize it, and then I won't. I'll just see it as who you are, not what you're bringing to me. Okay, so there's a group of people who are caught and are trying to backpedal when it comes to somebody else's truth. Like, they're listening and then they're like, that's not how it went, and they're lying. And then they're trying to backpedal every single thing that I say, but like what I say is my truth. And I'm a really honest person. People try to sacrifice me, sacrifice my vision by putting me in a false marriage. Very unpleased. These people are very unpleased by my truth. And the truth is that they never created any of that. They're not consistent. All they ever wanted was my status. So that's why they put me in this false marriage. They had this vision, right? They actually want to steal my spiritual gifts, my visions. Okay? They tried to sacrifice me on multiple occasions. On multiple occasions, these people tried to sacrifice me. Someone has trouble with letting go of their addiction, or somebody is letting go of their addiction. Congratulations, you're amazing. Hey, baby. Good morning. I'll be right back. This morning I had like an eyelash stuck. Oh, okay, I'm back. I had an eyelash stuck in my eye. Like stuck in my eye. Someone could have like fell asleep with contacts in and got contact stuck in their back of their eye. Ooh, that's unpleasant. Anyways, somebody's karma for putting me in a false marriage is losing their eyesight, okay? And I've been getting this for a while. Somebody's going to lose their eyesight. And that's karma for putting someone in a false marriage. Or at least knowing it and not saying anything, right? I was watching this Jordan Peterson. Okay, I love watching Jordan Peterson and Michaela Peterson, Tammy Peterson, okay? They just like, when I envision a really healthy, happy family, that's the family that I envision, and I like to learn things from them. Anyway, I was watching Jordan Peterson last night, and he was speaking about the Creator giving a commandment, and I forget who he was speaking about specifically, because I'm not educated with the Bible, but I will read it eventually. Not as law, but you know, for lessons of life lessons. Anyway, he was speaking about the karma that people get when they see something that they know they don't stand for, and they do nothing about it, and they don't speak up about it, and what that karma kind of looks like. Aquarius in the reverse. There could have been something ritualistic that backfired on an Aquarius. Yeah. It could have been a witch or a warlock, or, I mean, this could have been a ritual that killed this Aquarius due to a sacrifice. Something that a death ritual backfired. Someone balanced out a death ritual that backfired, and it killed an Aquarius. It didn't hit this divine because they're very peaceful. It could have been a child. It could have been a child. Fuck. If I were to hate one thing, it's fucking this shit. Libra. Envious. I'm really sick of seeing envious. There's so many fucking cards in this deck, and envious keeps coming out. So I'm like, over it. The truth is that you're envious. Okay? Anything that comes out of your mouth when it comes like towards this situation, like, is hateful. So there's death magic here for sure, because I'm seeing witch, warlock, sacrifice. Why are you crying? What? Why are you letting that hurt your feelings? Don't allow him to hurt your feelings, honey. It's okay. You don't listen to him. You can watch the TV. You can watch the TV and you know that. Huh? Then get away from him, boy. He's only 4. It's okay. It's okay. Why don't you go watch something downstairs or in Grandma and Grandpa's room? Then you can have a TV to yourself. Hey, are you okay? It's okay. Do you need a hug? You know what I'm getting here? I'm getting like the truth of the envious woman. I'm getting like the Black Widow type. Okay? Let me show you guys this really quick after the sip of coffee. Okay. Truth, envious, leading, right? So this is what it's about. It's about the truth coming out, and it's about somebody who's envious. Okay, so that would be like the main aspect of what the cards are on the table. Okay, so if it's based around truth and envy, and there's a marriage that's no more, there's a marriage that's no more due to death. This person made it look like a blessing, but I'm getting disguised, like they were in disguise. Sometimes it's actually a blessing in disguise, but sometimes it's someone acting like a blessing who's in disguise, and that's what I'm getting here, okay, because they're a witch or warlock, and they want to sacrifice this Aquarius. See how the Aquarius is in the backwards? They had this vision to marry someone, but not really be married to them, because they're going to sacrifice them. They're going to kill them. Okay? They're going to balance this marriage out, this marriage that they didn't want to be in, by killing this man or woman. This is what they envisioned. or maybe it's this, Aquarius, since they're in the reverse, wanting to sacrifice the Libra, whatever it is for you. But for me, I'm getting like Black Widow, Black Ditto, if it's whatever the fuck it is for a man. But it's the marriage sacrifice. It's the marriage sacrifice. Like, to be that type, you gotta be really fucking cold, right? You gotta be a pathological liar. You have to have something mental off. Like, you gotta be off your fucking rocker to be able to lie about something like that, right? You're right. Right. Somebody also put somebody in a false marriage. They envisioned this, okay? And they were a witch or a warlock. Could be an Aquarius or a Libra, but like, they put somebody in a false marriage. They weren't even ever in a relationship with that person, and they tried to sacrifice, kill them in order to get the benefits that way, but they literally weren't even ever in a relationship. So, I mean, if you hate the person, it'd be like probably easier to be like such a fucking liar. I don't fucking know, man. These false marriages and then trying to kill people. It has worked, but it's not going to work on me, and it's not going to work on these people either. Somebody got caught there because the truth came out. The truth about somebody's envy came out. Resilient. What I'm getting is that these people came after the wrong person. When they recognized that this is a person that they couldn't really get, they became fixated and like obsessive over silencing this person, over being envious of this person, being hostile towards this person, and having this person surrounded with endings, no opportunities in life. How dare they do any sort of better? So they become very fixated on this, and to the point where, like, that's the thing that sold them out, was their inability to stop attacking somebody who was really just not attackable. They didn't really do anything. They didn't really go out. They didn't really talk to people. They were stable. They were grounded. I'm getting, like, head screwed on right. I don't really know what that means, but obviously a clear-minded person who doesn't manipulate, who doesn't use any sort of power to their advantage. They're just really, really honest. For healing purposes, right? That's why they're honest, is for healing purposes, and to show other people that it's okay to be that honest. Like, you have your right to your truth as an individual. Okay, if these people have their right freedom of speech when they fucking lie on people all the fucking time, and out of jealousy, out of hatred, to get other people to attack, fucking rights, you have your right to speak your truth. It's like your one truth will have all those lies unvalidated, right? They won't be valid anymore. Vindicate yourself, people. Vindicate yourself. And, like, really own it. That's your truth, okay? And that will be the best decision of your life. Things will get better after that, because honesty is so powerful. It's so powerful, and it makes you lighter. It makes your problems lighter. It makes you more resilient, because now you're not carrying all this baggage. And you don't have to be like me and, like, say it online, everything that you do, right? But you can just take it up with God, your higher power, whatever that is to you, but it has to be a power greater than yourself. And once you have that relationship with that power, It's no being resilient. It's just an ease. And that's the best way that I can, like, this power is great. It's all powerful. It has a part in the creation of everything. It is a protector. It brings peace, love, and support. It's an honest spirit. It's a really brave, courageous, concise spirit. Gracious. Loyal. Anything that speaks peace, it is, right? It is. It's the most loving, the most forgiving. So once you have that relationship and you're consistent in maintaining that relationship, everything great comes with it. And that's like the cure of a lot of mental illness as well, is just having that connection. Everything is just easier now. Like, even if you can have faith in the darkest of spaces, then everything will just be easier for you in life. Because as soon as you feel that trigger, that insecurity, that oppression, that depression, I can't stand depression, or at least I couldn't, and like, I'm still not completely out of depression, but like, that is like something that I was very pleased to release when I started my relationship with God. And it took a while. I'm still not out of the water with that one, if that's even a saying. They're watching in the reverse. Intuition, equal give and take. Hypocrite. Graceful. Somebody's arguing that they're not watching people, they're actually intuitive. Well, then why do you need to argue it? Okay? Somebody is watching someone through tech. Okay? They have some sort of tech to be able to watch people or watch public cameras. To tap into any sort of camera or to tap into an intuitive's camera. Okay, they could be illegally watching somebody who is intuitive, because it hasn't ever been equal give and take. Someone's projecting here, so they're watching someone illegally spying on someone, or everybody in that matter, because there's someone who is spying on everyone in my situation in order to blackmail people, to not only oppress me, but oppress anyone who would want to be resilient and stand up and speak about what's been happening to me. Okay? And they did that through blackmail and hacking into people's stuff to get their videos, or like videos of like public places. Like, when they heard of something, they just like go hack something and find some blackmail that way. That's why when you live in your truth, these people's blackmail key, right? Their blackmail golden ticket that's rid, from their use, like their usage, their storage. That's no longer a key that they have. That's no longer a tool that they can use. When you live in your truth, there it is. Sometimes I don't really know how to explain something, but as long as you kind of understand a little bit, like, it's important to live in your truth, because then these people with this technology of like hacking have no ammo when it comes to blackmail. But okay, there's this person who says that they're an intuitive. But they're not. They're not. They don't want any problems. They're trying to say that they don't watch people in order to get their intuitive downloads, and they do. They do. They act so graceful. It's an act, right? It's like nobody's perfect. People who are divine can swear. Like, are you kidding me? Anybody can swear. Some people who are anointed are from the streets. I was homeless. And I'm not going to change who I am as an individual for anybody else to think that I'm anointed. For anybody else to think that I'm really in tune with my intuition. Anybody can be in tune with their intuition. Okay, but I've practiced. And I've turned my life over to my higher power and what I believe to be the creator. Okay, because I have a really great relationship with my Father, who I call God, who I chose to call God, who I could choose. I could have chosen to call him anything else if I wanted to, because that's my belief and my spirituality, my idea of spirituality that I have the right to have. Just like anybody else has the right to anybody else who they believe to be their higher power. That's why, like, when people come and like preach to me like what I should believe and what I should do, go watch all my videos and what I believe should be true for spirituality. You have every right to think that. You have every right to preach that as well on your own channel, if you would like. But the fact that you're going on other people's creations and telling them to do things, whatever you believe they should do, it's just rude. It's just rude. It's nothing more than that. And that's not me being judgy. That's like me being like on my page and being like, what the fuck? I don't do that to you. It's just unfortunate that you think that that should be done. I don't think that that should be done, but that's your choice. And me and my choice to stick up for my own beliefs is my every right too, when you're coming into my space. That's intrusive, right? It's really intrusive. Like, I don't do that to you. And I wouldn't. And I'm not going to. I'm picking up on someone who like has someone's cooking. Be careful what you're watching in like food channels. There's like people cooking and doing witchcraft in their cooking and videotaping it and putting it on YouTube. Like a cooking channel, but it's witchcraft. I don't even know what you would do in that situation. Like, people are doing like witchcraft cooking. Just protect your energy, I guess. I don't fucking know. Have you ever watched, I've been watching like a lot of Joe Rogan lately. He's really good at allowing people to speak, right? He doesn't interrupt. Unless he has like some sort of opposition, kind of like, what about this though? And I really like that. I really like how humble he is, right? Like, you can just tell that he's humble, but he also like isn't afraid of like asking what he needs to ask. Anyways, I was watching Joe Rogan last night. A short It was a short, but it was like, what would the devil do? Or just wait, I don't want to mess with the camera, otherwise it's going to turn off. But he's saying a lot of things that, like, I would normalize gambling. I would allow the states to normalize gambling. He's just saying a lot of things that are true to this day that we normalize. It's so crazy. I'll put it on the community tab. That short of, if I were the devil, what would I do? Right? And it spoke about hurting children in the churches as well. It's just like, it was like all the things that I've been getting downloads about is in that video. Like, if I were the devil, there's some sort of judgment, decisive judgment. Decisive judgment. Maybe someone really needs to get a lawyer, I think. No equal give and take. Intuition. They're watching. Graceful. Problems in the reverse. Divine in the reverse. Altercation. Somebody could have gotten into an altercation. Or somebody's intuition allowed them to be graceful in something that was supposed to be an altercation. They're really humble about it and resilient about it. So now this person who was trying to create this altercation is no longer a problem because they're seen as not divine. Somebody's intuition told them that this person was just whack. So they, like, gracefully got out of this situation. This altercation was planned. They were resilient. They were humble. This person's no longer able to guilt trip this person and have this person very unfocused, distracted. So maybe this person isn't able to watch this person illegally anymore, and they have to watch it through like a regular public channel like this. Not quite. I heard not quite, but I'm going to put the cue cards away. Something about science and law being corrupt. Like, I'm getting like evil scientist, and I'm also getting like evil law official. I hate when like there's very like really clever people, right? Really clever people, and they use it to have the upper hand. Like these food scientists, right? Or these scientists who do weird studies on bodies and organs of people who have been stolen. Like that it's just, what a waste. What a waste of intelligence. What a waste of a life, right? It's just such a fucking waste, man. Such a waste. There's something about like, it's for money. They get paid well. They get paid better than if they were to do scientific things for, well, the health system isn't even any better. There's these like, if you donate your body to science, they don't do that. And don't be an organ donor either. If you Shit. You think that it's for the greater good of humanity, but these people are whack. So it's like these people who donate their body to scientists, either they'll get murdered, or when they die due to natural causes, they'll get put in these body gardens. These body gardens, okay? Human body gardens, okay? Some of these people will be in suitcases if they're murdered that way, or like however they're murdered, they'll be like put in these gardens where there's like stakes around them, and then they'll document the decomposition process. And then if you're an organ donor too, the way you die of overdose or natural causes, or however the fuck you die, who knows, fucking poison that leaves your body due to like, I don't know, just fucking leaves your body fast. They know what leaves your body fast, and then they'll call it natural causes or stroke, heart attack, where your heart just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and they don't know why. Sudden adult death syndrome. Like what? What the fuck is sudden adult death syndrome? Beats me. That's fucking murder. That's what that is. And then if you're an organ donor, they'll like have all these tests done on your organs where it's like why do you think people are on organ donor lists for so long? Because they're going on the black market. They're not actually going to these fucking organ donor places. Or they are, but just only a fraction of them. Just a fraction of them. Most of them are for like criminals, so that like they don't have to go to the doctors because there's a warrant out for their arrest or some shit. For other murders. For other... Hey, baby. I'll be right back. I'm back. Yeah, this corruption, this huge cover-up of like transporting organs for money. It's so sickening. And a lot of it is like places where they're like institutions, like jails, hospitals, psych wards. I'm hearing the streets. The hospitals is a big one. Basement. I'm getting basement with this concrete. So the streets. Someone wanted to get married, have someone be killed, have them just disappear so they can also profit off their organs, but like fraud them out as well. False marriage so they can take over their assets and everything that's to their name. And they'd have this new business endeavor and could just move away from this situation. And then also like, I'm getting organ trafficking. But like, so they'd like benefit off of you in every single fucking way. Right? Not only get your assets, everything that's to your name, all your investments, anything that's left down to you. But they'd also like fraud you out too, right? So they can call it identity theft and fraud, and oh, my poor wife, this happened to her. Right? And then not only milk you for everything you got, everything that you even didn't have through fraud and identity theft, but all of your body parts as well. How sick can you get? That's the sickest. The illest. That's the fucking illest of the ill. And like, Some people are like, how do you know that stuff? How do you know that stuff? I was in this type of stuff, and I have a very high intuition, okay? So since I was a target for this stuff, since I had identity theft and fraud done to me, since I almost got killed by how many of my exes, it's just open knowledge to me now. It's open knowledge to me now due to meditation. Okay? And I have like, my intuition has always been strong. So I have like 20 years of just intuitive knowledge. 29 years of intuitive knowledge, and especially the past 4 years when I've really, really dug deep into spirituality and meditation. Like I've just stayed to myself and meditated and understood my situation fully with no one backing me. Absolutely nobody backing me. And when they thought that somebody would back me or that I'd have enough money to go get educated, they would make me broke. Intentionally. Financial abuse. Whenever like I had enough money to do anything sort of like for myself, educational wise, they'd do something that would cost me money. Which is just unfortunate, but it's the truth. And anything that I want to do now would be like healing courses and stuff like that, but I'm just too broke for that too. It's funny, my mom was like, save up your money. She knows I'm broke. She was like, save up your money because I made a trip. We're going here and here. I can't afford that, but... Like, if it was a perfect world, I'd have my money. I'd have my money. I'd already be a healer by now. I'd already have, like, 2 years of practice, since that's, like, how long I've been wanting to do this. And I wouldn't have went down these detours, but I had to learn something in them, right? There was failures that I've had to have. I wasn't quite giving everything over. I had reservations, otherwise I would have never fallen off, and I did. But I don't feel like an addict anymore. I don't feel like an alcoholic even. I don't feel like any sort of label. I just feel like a being, which is amazing. And I've never really felt that. I've never really spoke that either. Like people are like sending me energy that is supposed to make me feel like I want to drink it, that is supposed to make me feel like that I want to fall off, and I don't. I just recognize it for what it is, and it just gives me more power not to do so. I'm just like, I don't know why you think that would faze me, but it did before, so I don't even know why I'm saying, like, I don't think you know why. But I'm just a very strong being now, and it's really cool to be a witness to, like, for myself, as myself. I don't know where I'm getting at there, but it's like, if you're getting these blockages and these detours, it was for a reason, like, whether it be spiritually, like, I take that as a spiritual upgrade, right? Maybe a little bit intellectual, like that kind of upgrade. So it's like there's a certain upgrade that you needed to have when it came to these detours in life. So just be grateful for them and know that it did something really great for you, and you wouldn't have wanted it any other way. You wouldn't want to be any other way, and to be that way, you needed this detour. These people are very greedy, very selfish, and they're being seen as that. Angel number 56 and angel number 40 and angel number 30. 140. Sorry. Did I say that? Angel number 75. Okay. Be grateful when you're feeling good, and graceful when you're feeling bad. The happiest person on earth isn't always happy. In fact, the happiest people all have their fair share of low moods, problems, disappointments, and heartache, but they don't put it upon you. The happiest people, they don't. Often, the difference between a person who is happy and someone who is unhappy isn't how often they get low or even how low they drop, but instead, it's what they do with their low moods. How do they relate with their changed feelings? Most people have it backward. When they're feeling down, they roll up their sleeves and they get to work. They take their low moods very seriously and try to figure out and analyze what's wrong. They try to force themselves out of their low state, which tends to compound the problem rather than solve it. Yeah, sometimes the answer is to just do nothing. Or take a step back and do nothing, right? Really get to that calm place. And be able to sit in it. When you observe peaceful, relaxed people, you find that when they're feeling good, they're very grateful. They understand both positive and negative feelings, and that they come and go. There'll come a time when they won't be feeling so good. To happy people, this is okay. It's the way of things. They accept, right? You just got to accept that that's what it is. Remember when I was telling you guys I was crying to that elder, and I was like, I just keep handing things over and handing things over and handing things over and handing things over. When I first started allowing myself to feel certain things, right? When I stopped running and just sat with things. And I was getting sick of handing things over because it was stockpiled, okay? That's why I just keep up with it now. As soon as it arises, I hand it over. And the way that she got me to accept that was like, well, good. That's really good. That's really good that you're doing that constantly because that's what it's about. You got to get good at that. And I'm like, oh. Oh. Right? She just normalized it really casually for me so that I could understand that that's just a part of life. The inevitability of passing feelings. So, when they're feeling depressed, angry, or stressed out, they relate to these feelings with the same openness and wisdom. Right? Explore them. Explore them. And release them and feel them leave your body and another feeling replace that feeling. Hey baby, I'm not quite done. Yes? Yes. I'll be in a moment. Okay. Rather than fighting their feeling in panic simply because they're feeling bad, they accept their feelings knowing that this too shall pass. Rather than stumbling and fighting against their negative feelings, they are graceful in their acceptance of them. This allows them to come gently and gracefully out of negative feeling states into more positive states of mind. One of the happiest people I know is someone who also gets quite low from time to time. The difference, it seems, is that he has become comfortable with his low moods. It's almost as though he doesn't care because he knows that in due time, he will be happy again. To him, it's no big deal. The next time you're feeling bad, rather than fight it, try to relax. See if, instead of panicking, you can be graceful and calm. Know that if you don't fight your negative feelings, if you're graceful, they will pass away just as surely as the sun sets in the evening. Okay. And then also, there was something that popped up on my short is that breathing out is the way that we lose weight. So if you're having problem with losing weight, like breathing is the key to that. Like do lots of breathing exercises and things that make you need oxygen, because that is a key factor to losing weight, is just getting a lot more oxygen. And breathing out, right? Like carbon dioxide, breathing that out.
And the different one is like this.
Do you want to come show them how you breathe? He does breathing exercises. We could do box breathing. That's okay, baby. Come on, baby. He's so cute. The way he breathes his breathing exercises. Okay, come here. Oh. Is that how you do it?
Yeah. How is there a bed?
Show me one more time. Oh. That's one way to do it. Hey, who taught you that?
Miss Canal.
Miss Canal. She's so sweet. His kindergarten teacher is super sweet. Right? She's the nicest. Yeah. Okay, have a good day, people.